Hi Puja. Today, we have Puja with us. Let's get to know Puja today, right? Hi Puja, how are you doing today?
Hello, Bhavna. I am doing good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good too. Currently, at your house today, weekend.
I'm at my house today. I don't have any
Okay,
plans for the day, so
okay,
that's nice.
nice. Hope you're having a good weekend.
I think so. There's nothing planned.
Okay,
Mostly I would.
okay, awesome. So let's just jump right into it, right? So Puja, why don't you like just tell us more about you, right?
Yeah. I have around 3+ years of experience as a data engineer.
Right.
I currently work in one of the top MNCs, which is a service-based company.
Mhm.
And I started working in 2021, soon after where I graduated from RNSIT in computer science engineering specialization.
Right.
Then I currently have around 3 to 3.5 years of experience as a data engineer.
Okay, got it. That's great. So, is this your first company or is this your second company?
No, I switched couple of companies, so this is
Right.
not my first company. Right.
Okay. Understood. So how did you like, get this opportunity at this company as a data engineer? You mentioned that you have switched multiple companies, right? So, how does that work?
Yes.
Like, how did you come across these opportunities?
So initially, when you think it's the time for you to change an organization, or if you want to upgrade to any other organization,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have to make your profile ready and then start searching in the job sites.
Right.
And you should make it based on the job description that provided and things. So
Mm-hmm.
once you provide it, and yeah, you have to wait for a couple of days or some months at least for some companies. And when you get a call and interviews are done, and then you would get into the companies.
Okay, understood. So you mentioned job sites, right? So any particular job sites that, you were completely active on. So what job site helped you get your current job or previous jobs?
Yes, so most of the job recruiters post their job openings on LinkedIn and Naukri only.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, there are other sites like for startups, you can go for InstaHire, and even Hirist also have a couple of openings. And there
Right.
are much more hackathons and things going on where you can participate,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get a job in multiple companies through those hackathons as well.
Right.
So you have to apply there and be active, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to use right filters to search for the jobs. You have to search only the recent jobs which are posted. So then you would have high accuracy of getting the jobs which are recently posted.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay, got it. So your previous opportunities, you got it through LinkedIn or Naukri?
I got it through both of them.
Okay.
One of my previous companies, I got it through LinkedIn, and the other one, I got it through Naukri itself.
Right.
So you have to keep on updating your profile as well in case of Naukri.
Mm-hmm.
So they consider the recently updated profile over there. And yes, as I mentioned, using the right filters, maybe based on the location and the relevancy, and which are posted very recently. Like you can search for the jobs which are posted a day ago or a week ago.
Right.
So then there are high chances of getting through the job.
Right. I'm extremely curious about this because, I myself during my job search, I would have like applied to like a lot of companies, but I personally never heard back from LinkedIn, when I applied through LinkedIn, right? So, I
Yes.
mean, and I think there are a lot of viewers also right now who have like leveraged LinkedIn to apply and who have not heard back. So, is there any particular strategy or something that we don't know and you would like to share?
Yes. One more thing, on upon applying the job, if it's an easy apply, or if you know the recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes through Naukri or something, you would get a mail
Right.
for the invitation for the job. So in case if you know the recruiter, and if that person is there on LinkedIn, you can reach out to them
Mm-hmm.
with an email or something that you're looking out for a job, and that would be another step ahead than just applying.
Mm-hmm.
Even yeah, I applied lots of jobs on LinkedIn as well,
Right.
just like how you said, but just maybe few of them gets noticed, not all of them. And I think there are some job openings where there are 1,000+ applicants who apply for the same job.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
you have to make it to the top, maybe 10 or 20 or at least top 50 to get it shortlisted.
Right.
So as I said, you have to like search it so with the filters which is posted in the last 1 day or 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and you when you sort it by the time it's posted, you
Mm-hmm.
might get some jobs which are posted 3 or 4 minutes also, and
Okay.
there also you would find some 3 or 4 applicants which are already applied.
Right.
So you have to be active there, and you have to be try to be one of the top applicants.
Okay. Got it.
Yes, so sometimes you would have all the skills that you have acquired over years, but that wouldn't actually meet the job description. Like they require something more than what you already have.
Right.
So in that case, if that's not a match, then that also could lead to rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to keep searching, and when the right job description comes with the right job opening, you would definitely get through it if
Okay.
you clear all the interviews and things.
Got it. Understood. So you mentioned you are a data engineer, right? So what
Yes.
kind of a skill set should one have to become a data engineer, or are there any certifications that one can do to become a data engineer?
Yes, so the basic skill sets
Mm-hmm.
that is required to become a data engineer. Basically, you have to know how to do the data analysis in SQL,
Mm-hmm.
and know in and out of Python, all the functions that are used, and some visualization part of Python. And then you can get to know about some Hadoop infrastructure and things, and then PySpark. I
Mm-hmm.
know the architecture of PySpark,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could get familiarized with any of the cloud technologies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, After that, you can start working on with some hands-on projects
Mm-hmm.
related to data engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So data engineering is nothing but you have to deal with the data basically. So
Right.
you get the data, you extract it, and you build pipelines to process it. How do you convert the raw data into the data that's required by the business users?
Right.
So that is what you have to practice in data engineering. So
Mm-hmm.
once you know this, and once you get to know the underlying technologies that are used, there are various technologies, and I'll tell you, there are so many job openings which have different things for data engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them expect different cloud technologies, some of them in that also different ETL technologies.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know what is there out in the market, and you have to get familiarized and do hands-on projects with those technologies. Then you'll be ready for for job openings.
Understood. Okay, got it. So you as a data engineer, like how does a day in the life of a data engineer look like? Like what's your work timings and what kind of work pressure do you have? Can you spread some light on that?
Yes. So to start with, if you're starting with any project as a data engineer,
Mm-hmm.
you would have different requirements. Um, the source data team where you'll be getting the source data from.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, before the start of the project, it's just understanding of what to be done
Mm-hmm.
and different documentation and architecture and things.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on, you'll start with processing of the data, how it has to be done in maybe a development environment.
Mm-hmm.
And once all the things are ready, and end users are okay with the solution that you have,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll ask you to move to higher environments like testing
Right.
environment and then production environment.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, once that's done, then it's with maintaining of all these. And when the new requirement comes for the same project, you
Mm-hmm.
have to make the changes accordingly and maintain it and keep monitoring it.
Right.
So this is basically the overall responsibility of a data engineer, how it is in any MNCs.
Mm-hmm.
And the timings differs according to the companies you work for or
Mm-hmm.
the clients you work for.
Right.
So if they are not Indian companies, then I mean, if they're US or UK companies, then the Indian timings won't work out, and you have to comply with that timings.
Right.
Otherwise, mostly it would be from 9 to 6, like any other IT companies only.
Mm-hmm.
And coming to the work pressure, sometimes the requirement are not understandable, or whatever the solutions that you have done, it's hard to explain it to people, so you have to be very good communicator. And during the production stage of the project, there might be some changes that has to be done, and that would be a little difficult because it had reached the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when the error comes during the maintenance and things, you have to debug it really well and find a solution for it. So these are the little challenges that you would be facing.
Right. Got it. Got it. Uh, okay. That was very informative, right? So, now next, let's talk about like what the interview process was for you, like in general, right? When you were giving interviews
Mhm.
across different companies for the role of data engineering, like how many rounds were there, and what were the skills, or was there coding involved? So, how did the hiring process look for, for a data engineer?
Yes. So initially, before the interview, the pre-screening happens with the HR on a phone call.
Right.
So that would be based on the resume you make.
Mm-hmm.
It should be crisp and clear, and it should match the requirement. And
Mm-hmm.
you should mention all of the skills that you have acquired over in your workplace previously.
Right.
And most of them use ATS tool to break down your resume. So even if it's an ATS tool or the manual breakdown, you should have your resume very clear for that. So based on that, you will get a pre-screening call,
Mm-hmm.
and in that, the HRs would ask you about your skills again, the same thing, and how many years you have experience with all of those things.
Right.
So that's the first thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And once it matches with whatever they have, they would process it further for the technical people,
Mm-hmm.
if they want to consider your profile or not. And once that goes over there and it gets shortlisted, you would be shortlisted for maybe the first round of interview.
Mm-hmm.
In some companies, there would be some coding rounds,
Mm-hmm.
which would be Python questions, SQL questions, and some MCQs.
Right.
Otherwise, mostly it's a technical round of interview for laterals.
Mm-hmm.
So, first round of technical interview would sometimes be just basics, or sometimes it would be just covering of, for a data engineer, Python and SQL only, and whatever the cloud technologies you're good with.
Correct.
Then moving on, second round in some companies will also be a higher advanced level of technical interview,
Mm-hmm.
or in some companies it would be managerial itself, managerial plus technical.
Right.
So this second round of technical interview, it would be more advanced level questions. It could be related to the architectural perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more of the storage and things, and not too much related to the coding part, how
Right.
the things are built and how they are assembled. And
Mm-hmm.
so once you get through this, again there'll be a managerial round,
Mm-hmm.
which would also have some technical questions, which would be similar to what is asked in technical level 2,
Mm-hmm.
but in a more advanced format.
Right.
So that would be there, and leadership kind of questions would be there. How do you manage your day-to-day things? And they would want to know you more of what kind of teams you would have worked with,
Mm-hmm.
and what kind of a person you are.
Right.
So once you clear these, uh, and in some companies there would be technical round 3 also sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally there would be a HR discussion
Mm-hmm.
to know about your, just a minute.
Yeah.
I'll
We'll
tell
cut
about
there.
the
Yeah,
HR
yeah. We'll
discussion.
cut there. We'll cut there.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, I'll do
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah. Three, two,
Yeah, so
one. Sec. 3, 2, 1. Start.
yes, so the final round would be a HR discussion to
Mm-hmm.
know about what you expect from a company, and they would again tell about the role more of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once that's done, I mean, there would be many people like you who would have been interviewed for that role.
Correct.
So some companies take time to shortlist, and some companies you would get mail very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So they would roll out an offer letter or something to you and give you some time to accept it.
Okay, understood. Understood. So for a data engineer, right, Puja, like with your kind of experience, what do you think is the average range bucket for like salary? How much can one expect in the field?
Um, it would vary from company to company, and it would also depend on your negotiation skills as well.
Right.
So I have around 3 years of experience. So you can start somewhere from 7 LPA basics for
Mm-hmm.
data engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And in some companies, it could go up to 30 LPA as well. So 7 to
Right.
30 LPA is the range where you can expect for a data engineer of 3+ years of experience.
Got it. Understood. Understood. So, for all the people like who are currently in their college, like maybe in their final year and are looking to like find jobs outside and stuff. So, for them, like, what would you suggest? Like, what are some skills that are like very, very important and they focus on them to like crack interviews or even like get a opportunity to interview? So, what advice do you have to give?
I think it would be good to do a hands-on project on the technology that they want to move in. Like if they want to be a full stack developer, they can do a project involving all the newest technologies of the front end and back end.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to be a data engineer, they can do a data engineering project, or a data scientist, a data science project,
Mm-hmm.
which involves machine learning and things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a good project is must. And when you do a project, you would acquire skills. So
Mm-hmm.
that skills you can mention on the resume. And I think for a fresher, they wouldn't expect much of a skill. They
Mm-hmm.
uh, just see how they communicate well, and they see what kind of a learner they are. They should be quick learner, and they must be very adaptive
Right.
to whatever the work they give, and to the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So based on all of these things, fresher would get a good job or
Okay.
an opportunity.
Got it. Understood. So you did mention about like ATS template or resume in an ATS template, right? So I think what you meant was right now currently people are expecting resumes to be in the ATS format because instead of sitting and manually screening the resume, now they are using AI to like screen the resume and shortlist, right? So how
Yes.
important is it to like use an ATS template for a resume?
It is definitely vital to use an ATS formatted template,
Mm-hmm.
and it's ATS is nothing but there would be few skill sets that they would be looking for,
Mm-hmm.
and if those skills are there in your resume,
Mm-hmm.
it particularly looks for that word, the technology or the skill set.
Mm-hmm.
So if that matches with your resume, you would get points based on that. So
Mm-hmm.
based on the percentage of words that are present compared to the ATS, the score is made out. So that's the reason you have to go through the job description and make your profile accordingly before applying.
Okay, understood, understood. Uh, I think we've covered everything for now, right? So
Yes.
at the end, like, do you have any kind of advice that you want to give to the viewers, who maybe like are experienced people with 3 years, two
Mm.
years of experience who are like looking for a change, or it might be freshers who are, trying to find a job. Like, what is one advice that you want to give them?
Yeah, for experienced people who want to change, there would be various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're not finding the right opportunity they deserve for their skill set, or it could be salary related issues, or any other thing.
Right.
So maybe they don't fit into the culture or things.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find out the right reason why you have want to change,
Mm-hmm.
and secondly, you have to prepare yourself
Mm-hmm.
for whatever the job you're searching for.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the first shot itself, you won't get the job.
Right.
So you would be rejected couple of times. So in all of these rejections, you would have faced interviews or tests. So that would be helpful for you to move to the next company's interviews. So if you fail in one interview, there would be questions asked there. So
Right.
you can make a note of all those questions and you can prepare yourself for the next question.
Right.
This advice would also go for the freshers as well, because you attend an interview at some point of time, and when you attend the interview for the same role after maybe 6 months or 7 months, the questions would have been totally to the advanced level, even
Right.
the basic first round of interview.
Correct.
So if you attend an interview, you would get to know what level of questions you would understand. I mean, would be asked.
Mm-hmm.
So first, you have to make an attempt to break your ice and apply to the companies with whatever skills you know, and attend the tests or interviews. So there you would get to know what you're lagging behind, and once you work on these things and move forward, so once you're able to answer any type of questions, then you would get in one or the other companies you apply for, and keep applying for your dream companies, and you would get it someday.
Okay. Understood. Got it. Uh, so I think that's the end of this interview. It was very nice talking to you, Pooja. It was very informative and it was very motivational to hear whatever you had to share with us today. Right. So thank you so much for taking out the time to come and give us all this information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavana.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, this is it, guys, for today's episode. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell icon to get notifications. And stay tuned for the next episode with another insightful person. And yeah, adios. Bye bye.